This presentation is what's new in all the new OSs. And I've seen quite a lot of tech reviews sort of giving it the meh, nothing special. Well, I think you're going to find through this that there is an awful lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff. It's not all huge. I'll admit there are a lot of small changes, but overall there are lots. So let's start. Is your phone iOS 17 compatible? And the truth is, as long as you are something newer than the 10, so that's the 10S and up, you are covered. How many people are actually on iOS 17 already? Oh, I can't hear anybody, can I? And right in the minute, for some reason, I can't see anybody either, but there you go.
Oh, that's because I've spotlighted you, I guess.
I don't know.
Actually, this is really interesting because so normally watching this, so obviously this is the first time that we've encountered this. So you're appearing in that little circle that is part of the Sonoma upgrade.
Yes.
But you've disappeared from the spotlighted
yes, I've just
Zoom
noticed
window.
that myself. I now have an empty control room.
Yes. How weird. Okay. Anyway, sorry. That's
yeah.
Well, please carry on.
I've not tried that either. Also, as we found yesterday, this weird little presenter spotlight isn't quite as closed in as you think it might be, because as you can see, my head is sticking out of the top of the bubble.
Yeah.
And yesterday, when Mike and I tested it, when my wife came close to me, she sort of half appeared blurred out on the edge, didn't she? But there you go. So, how many people are using iOS 17 already? Oh, you can't see me stick my hand up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to we're going to have to assume some. I think
some people. Okay, so iOS 17 obviously is available for all these phones, including the iPhone 15, of course. So when I wrote this, the iPhone 15 wasn't out, or iPhones 15. So let's move on. And we go to next slide. So there are hundreds of changes across all the free OSs, and a large number of them are in the Messages app. And this is where I have to, despite having done it last time, I'm going to go to the new thingy and go to phone. Oh, bugger, we did this yesterday and I don't know where it's gone now. Isn't that typical, Mike? It was in settings.
Live demos.
Currently sharing. Oh. Stop sharing that for a second and Oh yeah, we practiced this yesterday as well. New share. There we go. Right. Here we go. So let us go to the Messages app. And can I move that out of the way? I don't think I can. That's typical, isn't it? Okay, so if we go to a message here from Mike, as you can see, all of the stuff that used to live down the bottom here.
Simon, we're still seeing your keynote.
We're still seeing the keynote.
Yep.
Oh. New share. Advanced sharing. No. Right. Let's see. Oh, God damn it. Not that one. View. No. Ah. Right, can you see that now?
Yep.
Right, okay. Don't know what that was about. Okay, sorry. We practiced this and yet it still failed. There we go. So, all of the stuff that used to live at the bottom down here when you sent a message now lives under this plus sign. And you tap the plus sign and we have camera, photos, stickers. Apple were very big on stickers this year. We'll look at that in a minute. Cameras, photos, audio, location, and all the other things that you can add all now live under there. So if I want to take a photo, for example, and yeah, here is my pied-à-terre in its bareness. There's a shortcut direct to photos because that's the one most people want to share, which is if you hold the plus button down, you'll jump straight to your photo picker, which is a nice touch once you get used to it. Next, we've got stickers, more stickers, live stickers, and all sorts of other stickers, which Apple are very big on. So if I go here, I have created some stickers. If you wish to create a sticker, you can press the tap, and here we can go. Let's see, we have some photos, and we have all types, live, people, animals, which will help you search through your photos. It's very useful. If I tap live, so here is one of, let's see, let's have Joseph. Right, as you can see, that's Joseph. If I do add sticker, and there is Joseph, and we can do add effects, and it has original, put a sticker outline around it, do a sort of low Polaroid, low colorization, make it puffy, which is sort of makes it like a shiny, puffed up. You can make it super shiny, and so on. So let's have original and done. And should I want to use this and send it to Mark, I can simply grab it and stick it up like so. Whoop-de-doo. You'll find that's a live sticker, as you can see. It shows Joseph blinking. He's not moving very much. Here's one I made of something else. And that's that. Also, the other way to make stickers is if we go into photos, we can choose something we would like to make a sticker of. Let's see, what shall we have? How about this lovely thing? Let's see how it does. We open a photograph and we press and hold. Did you see that lightning flash appear? If I then make that into a sticker, it will add that to the stickers, and there it is. There is our cutout of a thing as a sticker, which obviously is all powered by the photos tricks of thing. Can I move this about? Can I move this? I can. Haha. Excellent. Let's move that out of the way for a moment and move that one that way a bit. Right. So here we go. So there you go. You can make stickers, you can make live stickers, stickers everywhere. The stickers will now appear in the emoji drawer. So as well as being there, if I go into something else, let's go into notes and write a note.
Simon, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. We're only seeing a tiny fraction of the width of your iPhone at the moment.
Oh, probably. Sorry, I moved
that's better.
Sorry, I moved it out of the way so I could see what I was doing temporarily. Forgot to move it back. Sorry. So, if I write a new note, and no, go away. No, I don't want a new note. Stop misbehaving. And I start writing here. This is a new note. Return. And if I tap the emoji drawer, you'll see that all the usual emojis that you're used to are all here. But your new stickers are here. You can also use emojis as stickers by dragging them like so. And you can add stickers and so on. I'm not a huge sticker fan personally, but there you go. It's something Apple made a huge amount of. So I can't demonstrate this one. Obviously, catch up will quickly take you to the last unread message in a thread or group chat. I can't demonstrate this because I don't have threads or group chats very much. But basically, if you're in a thread or a group chat, when you come back to it, you will see a little upward pointing Apple style inverted V, which on the side of your messages, which will zoom you back to, crikey, this is more complicated than it seems, isn't it? Where are you? Right. Come here, you slippery little bugger. Right. So, if you go into messages, and I don't have any to show you, but for example, if I was to go here into a message, if I had a series of messages from my daughter which had not been read, there would be a little up here, for example, say there would be a little marker, which if you tap, will scroll you all the way to the first unread message. So there we go. Let's get rid of that. Swipe to reply is exactly what you might think it is. If I go to this message here from Mark and no, thank you. And I swipe, you'll see a reply button and I can go. It's not a huge amount of use in a one-to-one chat, obviously, but if you're in a group chat, the point is that you can reply directly, or I can, for example, let's go to my wife and say, if I reply to this one, no, you didn't get a package. Reply. So that's the point of that one. Right, the next one is improved search and improved search with multiple filters. Now, this one's a little bit tricky, I'll be honest. It's not quite as clear cut as a lot of sites will have you believe. So basically, if I go to messages and done with that one, thank you. I go to messages and I go back here, I go, let's search all messages and go to the search, which I don't know why Apple do that. It's conveniently hidden at the top there. You have to swipe down. They do the same in notes and everywhere else. In order to search using the filters, there are certain keywords that you can use, and I'm going to use like spell. Thank you. I had trouble with this earlier. I practiced it, I promise you, but it is not as easy as you think. Search. Let's do. Right, here we go. Photo. If you find something, you'll see here that there is a photo listed. I don't get many links and photos, which is why it's difficult. And you tap and it shows me photos. And then within that, I can type another filter. So let's say people. No, apparently that doesn't work. So photo. Unfortunately, I don't have any. So then if I say, there we are. That shows me photos which have either come from me to Jackie or Jackie to me. And of course, you can select them and delete them. And the selections are photos, links, attachments, and can't remember something else as well. But I will put a link to an incredibly detailed everything you can do in iOS 17 in the chat at the end, because there are so many things. Even though this is a very long presentation, be warned, there's probably still bits I've missed. So check-in feature. So check-in feature works in messages. Again, if I go to my wife and I go here, more, I do check-in. Why is it not available? Probably because I haven't set a journey. So let me do a maps and let's go. Well, let's just say there and directions and let's set that running.
Starting route to Hope Church Ipswich.
And then I go.
Head northeast on Station Road West, then continue on to Station Road East. As
you can see, Maps already had a share ETA function, which is, I'm pretty sure, how check-in is powered. So if I then go back to Jackie and do more check-in, oh, I don't know why that's not working. Let's see if I can send it to somebody else. Let's see if I can send it to Mark, shall I? Come on. So there you go. I can send that to Mark, and that will tell him, in theory, let's assume we're supposed to be meeting there. That will tell him that. And via details, I have in here data, which I can change in message settings. I can have limited, full. It will tell him last time I unlocked my phone, when my Apple Watch, and so on. And it will allow him to see that I'm on my way. And if I'm delayed, it will prompt me to, make a message to Mark to say I've been delayed, stopped off to get Burger King or whatever. And when you arrive at your destination, it will send a message to the recipient to say that you have received, you have made it to your destination safely, which is very good, because I don't know, like you, how many times I've left somebody in the evening and they've said, message me when you get home, and by the time you get home, you completely forget. And then just as you're getting into bed, you get a message from them saying, oh, did you actually get home, or are you dead in a ditch? So there you go. Messages will now auto delete two-factor authentication codes that you get, because now, obviously, if you're in Safari or some other app and they send you a one-time password by text, as we all know, you can now auto-fill those from texts. And now in iOS 17, once those codes are used, the OS will kindly delete them for you, which is very decent of it. Audio messages now have transcription available. I don't have any audio messages. I should have set one up, really, shouldn't I? But you can now get a transcription of audio messages that are sent to you in case you have trouble with hearing. There's a new optional hide sensitive content in settings, privacy and security. So if we go there, we go to privacy and security, and it's under where's it gone? Oh, fool. I am fool. It's not in general, it's in messages. I think. No. Sure, that's sure that was in privacy and thing. Privacy and security. Ah, sensitive content warning. I'm blind. Let me bring that to the front. Right. Here we are in. I was right in the first place. Shouldn't doubt myself so much, should I? So you can turn on, hidden right down the bottom here, sensitive content warning. You can control this via the sensitive content warning in screen time. Basically, this, although originally part of the child safety screen time things, you can turn it on for yourself, which means if somebody sends you a naughty picture, iOS will do its best to detect it and blur it out and say, this may be sensitive content. Are you sure you wish to look at it? Which depends on, I guess, who's sending it to you and whether you're expecting a naughty message. Location sharing options are now made simpler by being under the plus button down here in messages. As you can see, tap location and you can share directly from there, which is good. And now if I send a message, let's see if this works. It should do. Typical. Typical. Apparently it works when it feels like it. Worked for me the other day. Ah, there we go. Long press and hold. I knew it was there somewhere. You can unsend it, and there we go. It's gone. Poof. Did you see that, or did you only see my? Hello, Mike.
He says it's gone.
Yeah. Did you see it?
I'm so sorry. I've just come back from the loo, so
Oh,
I didn't see anything.
Sorry, I was demonstrating how to undelete a message, and then I realised that the phone may have gone behind the slide. So,
No, it's perfectly visible.
oh, it's all right. Well, so whether I can see it or not apparently doesn't appear to be. That's
there you go.
That's confusing at this end. Then the thing doesn't have to be in the front, right? Okay, so there we go. Let's move on, because there's a lot of slides and a lot of things. No, not go to. See how useless. How often do I use? How often do I use Keynote? Not much. Right. Okay. Standby mode. Apple made a big thing of this. Works best on iPhones with always on display. Now, I found that most of the tech blogs say it only works with always on display, but I have found you can make it work on your non-always on display phone. The only difference is it will only come on when you tap the screen. And I was going to demo this, but I can't have my phone on charge and plugged in to the laptop at the same time, unfortunately. Basically, when your phone is on charge and you turn it into landscape mode, you will get the standby mode, which is, to be honest, how to turn your very expensive iPhone, into a 1970s clock radio. I wish I could demo it, but of course I can't do it whilst plugged in at the same time. There are three main screens. I'll tell you what, let's see if I can find a picture to share. Here we go. Have we got a picture? No, we haven't. We've got a video. Come on. Come on and stay on. No, just come on then. Here we go. Here's a picture. So you can have a variety of widgets, time clock, and so on. Let me see if I've got a better picture. Here we go. This is sort of the default image here.
Simon, sorry, I'm not sure what you're looking at the moment, but we are just looking at your homepage screen.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. Line. Sorry. Let's do new share. Share. Right. Can you see that now? You can, I hope.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is what standby mode looks like. You have a widget screen where you can have a clock and the weather or your calendar and events and so on. And then if you swipe across towards the right, the second screen is a photo gallery where you can show nice pictures like so. And the third one is the sort of the clock radio screen where you can have a clock. There's all sorts of, they're all customizable, as you can see. I'll tell you what, am I going to risk this? Shall I risk it, Mike?
Yeah, go on.
Go on then. I'm going to unplug my phone, plug it into charge, put it to sleep. I'm then going to go back to new share. Oh, no, go. Right, go to the same network as this Mac. Yes. and go to no. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because I'm actually hotspotting my phone at the same time as doing it. So I'm going to go back to plugging it in. So right. Right, unfortunately, we're going to have to make do with the pictures. Yes, thank you, Mr. Very Loud Motorcycle. Basically, when plugged in, you can get through these screens. There's various options where you can fiddle with the widgets, change the colors, the typefaces, and so on in the usual Apple manner. I have to admit, when it's, only works when it's on charge. I'm not sure why normal phones couldn't have the screen turned on all the time. I'm guessing that's possibly something to do with the refresh rates, but there we are. You can have a low light mode triggered by the ambient sensor, which makes everything go red, which is optional. You can have it show you notifications, Siri results, live activities, and so on, effectively turning it into somewhere between a clock radio and a mini Alexa, to be honest. And according to some documentation I found, it's MagSafe location aware, so it should be able to tell what settings you use. For example, if you have it on standby mode on your desk and at home at night. There we are. That was that. Quite a lot of changes in Siri and Spotlight. Oh, wait. There we go. The main one, of course, is you no longer have to say, hey, Siri. You can set it to simply accept Siri. Here we go. Hello, Siri. Goodbye, Siri. Go away. Now accepts back-to-back requests. Let's see if we can make one of those. Let's see if I can make one of those work. Like Siri, as ever, it's somewhat unpredictable. Siri, what is the weather tomorrow?
Looks like it will be cloudy tomorrow. Daytime temperatures will hover around 19 degrees, with overnight lows around 13.
Remind me to take an overcoat at 10 a.m.
Okay, I've added take an overcoat for tomorrow 10 a.m.
So there you go. As you can see, it can now take follow-on requests, which is quite useful actually, because I got really annoyed in the past when you would tell it to do something and then try and tell it to follow on, and it would go, I don't understand that. Bing bong. Siri can now read you web articles. Go away. That's the danger of having it set to just S person, of course. So, although I'm usually on my own, so it doesn't matter too much. It can read a web article for you. So let us open Safari, and let's see what we've got. Here we go. We have an article. and I can ask Siri to read this to me. I go, Siri, read this article.
How to Dock at the Eye and Other Spaceports by Lauren Harper, Brendan Graber, Laura May Randall, plus 35 more updated
Siri.
Sep 1, 2023.
Siri,
Docking at spaceports, such as the Eye and the Key, is an essential part of Starfield, but with explanation on how to dock your ship at these stations, it isn't very clear. Thankfully, IGN has you covered with a simple and straightforward guide on how to dock and hail all spaceports in Starfield successfully.
stop. And go. And you can also trigger this if you wish by holding down the AA key there, and you have the option to listen to page there. By the way, most of the things I'm reading out here apply to not only the iPhone, but the iPad and the Mac. So we can, you can get used to them cropping up. I won't go through them over and over, or we'll be here till next week, I promise you. Siri can now message via other apps, which is actually quite useful. So let me bring this to the front. I'm going to ask it, Siri, message Jackie via WhatsApp. Hello.
Hi, Saranac. How can I help?
Message Jackie via WhatsApp. Hello.
Sending to Jackie Parnell. Hello. Okay, cancel.
There you go. So you can use other apps than just iMessage now with the S service. Right. You can turn on various messaging things with the use with ask in settings, which lives, I believe, in, go away. Let's get rid of that. We go to settings and you can, as you can see, all these apps can be used with anyway, you can turn on various other apps to be used by asking for a message to be sent. There are now 4 British voices in Siri. Very nice. We've got the 2 you're used to, and a rather chipper young lady and a younger man by the sound of it. Spotlight searching is now clearer. Obviously, you should be able to see, if I go to the home screen, there is now a search button down here. I find that slightly spurious because you can still do the swipe down on your screen to get the search. You get the Siri suggestions. This is now clear at the top of things it thinks you might wish to work with. And if I search for dog, and as you can see, it gives me search in news, First official hot dog eating contest, apparently. There we go. These are bunched much nicer into messages, photographs, and so on. That's the improvements to Spotlight on the iPhone. And as I just said, the app shortcuts for something in a search. So if I say message, it will bring up the link to messages in the top bar. There we go. Safari, as you can imagine, has got a lot of changes. You can now have profiles which are sort of a bit like focus modes, I suppose, but they're much more extensive. A profile within Safari is a complete sandbox with separate cookies, browsing history, extensions, website, favorites, tab groups, everything. It's like creating almost a different user to some extent, which allows you to, for example, separate your work on, your work life on Safari from your personal life, or I don't know, your hobby life. You could have stuff related to your musical hobbies or whatnot in one profile. We go here and let's go Safari. We go to settings, I believe, Safari. New profile. Lots of these things are hidden way down. You can create a new profile here, so you can give it a name. Let's say Smug, and we'll use that as an icon. And there we go. And then within that, I have control of the extensions and not used this much. If I go to no, how do I no. Sorry, I don't know how you do that right. Bloody hell. Safari. I did the settings and I went to Safari and I have a profile. So if I go into Safari, let's look it up, shall we? How to use a new profile in Safari. starting in Safari 17, you can use new profiles. Switch between profiles. After you create a profile, okay, so let's go here. There it is. Personal, right, smug. There we are. That's how it works. Now I have a completely new profile, as you can see. And everything I do within that profile is separate. Go back to personal. There. Sorry, didn't make a very good job of that one. Right. Privacy settings have all moved. Yeah, this one tripped me up when I was trying to figure this out, I can assure you. We go into settings. Where is Safari? Safari. Scroll down. Keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling right to the bottom, and you'll see advanced. Lots of these things now live in this thing. So you have website data. You have advanced tracking and fingerprinting protection. Now, by default, that's only turned on in private browsing for some reason. Most security experts are saying, go in there and turn it on for all your browsing. Obviously, that helps prevent extra tracking and fingerprinting. And the other one that you can do is remove tracking URLs. I think again only on in private browsing, and this is again in this advanced. No, that's the one I just showed you. Sorry, that is the one. Hide IP address. That's settings, Safari, hide your IP address, which is in settings, Safari, where is it? Hide IP address. You can have that set to trackers. And I believe in some circumstances it will say website and trackers, but there we are. So those are two useful features to help you prevent you being tracked. It also removes the tracking URLs. Siri can read web articles. We've done that one. There's also some stuff that doesn't only apply to Safari. You can share pass keys and passwords with family and friends, which is in settings, your friend and mine passwords, and in here you can go to the plus button, create a new shared group, strangely not called sharing. There you can add trusted contacts, as you can see, choose what to share, and you'll then create a group where you can share your passwords and passkeys. I'm assuming several blogs have shown that immediately with a family group tab under the search bar. I'm assuming that happens if you've already got family sharing turned on. So yeah, I had to do a bit of digging to find that it lives under the plus button if you don't already have family sharing turned on. Save whole web pages or PDFs. I can't remember if this is completely new in iOS 17 or if they've improved it, but if I open a web page like that, which is far, far longer than I can screenshot, if I screenshot that and then tap on there, you will see up here there is a full page, and when I save that, that will save that, as you can see, as a very, 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 very long PDF. But if you need to send somebody a full page web page or so on, you can do that, and you can also send it as a PDF document or a single image. That's new, I can assure you. And I believe you can also now save it out as an image, like as a photograph, rather than previously as only available as a PDF. So let's delete that screenshot. And recover deleted passwords. So if we go again, this go to passwords, you can see here I have deliberately deleted a password, which now shows up there, and there it is, and I can select it and permanently delete it or recover it. And like most of those things, you've got 30 days. After you've deleted something, you have 30 days to get it back. So there we go. And slide. Go to the next slide. Right. iPhone and FaceTime, lots of changes. Contact posters, Apple made a big thing out of this. It's they've changed the layout of all sorts of things for this. So if we go settings, if I go to my personal setting, yeah, glitch up here, notice, bug, not working properly there. If I go, oh, wrong. This is quite confusing. I've had this before. I've played about with this. Contacts. Here we are. Contact poster. This is in, as you can see, in contacts. You then get previews of your contact poster. If I do edit, bizarrely, as you can see, there are various options. But strangely, you only seem able to customize not the one you are using. It's all very weird. There you go. But it allows you make what Apple wants you to use now, which is all lovely contact posters, which, as you saw, now, yeah, there we go. This is no done. This is a bug I found. You get this definite bug in contacts there. Once you try to edit the once you try and edit the poster, you can find yourself slightly stuck. Thank you for that, as you can see. So, oh, I don't want done. Go away. I've had this before. We're messing about with the contact posters. It does not go down well. Right, I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Never mind. You saw how to make a contact poster. Whoop-de-doo. You can now leave messages, video or audio, if you FaceTime somebody and they don't answer. Nice touch, I guess. If I FaceTime somebody and they don't answer, that I can leave either an audio message if it's an audio call, or a video message if it's a video call. To do that, you call somebody who doesn't answer. You tap record and review the message. Right. It's, go away. Thank you. Obviously, you tap record, review the message as usual, then hit send. Or if you don't like it, you can cancel. Screen effects triggered by hand gestures or a long press, which brings up the menu. Apparently, you can do a shower of hearts by doing this. Don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, one thumbs up gives you a thumbs up emoji. Two thumbs up will send fireworks. Single thumbs down, a thumbs down. And as you can see here, not sure if they work anywhere except in FaceTime. It's all very clever. You can now set up your iPhone or iPad as a camera and microphone using the continuity camera. So if I do this here, can I do this here? Let's have a look. FaceTime. Now I have to go to Zoom.
Simon, once again, we're only seeing your home screen.
Oh, hang on. I'm just about to try and share the FaceTime. There, you should be able to see time and not detecting my phone, possibly because, again, I've got it plugged into the Mac. Here we are. It's there. Now I can obviously use my iPhone camera with FaceTime. Right. There you go. That also works, obviously, now works. That's the continuity feature. And you can use that not only with FaceTime, but with FaceTime on the Apple TV, which is quite useful. And if you have a new enough phone, it will enable, or iPad, it will make use of the center stage and all the other whizzy tricks that Apple added to the cameras. As you can see, you can open FaceTime on Apple TV, select the iPhone or iPad to use, accept the continuity camera, set up with the Siri remote, and when you are ready, make your call. I haven't tried this, and some people say it's somewhat erratic, but according to Apple, a live voicemail will transcribe voice messages as they are left for you onto your lock screen, so you can see if you wish to pick up. Some people say it's erratic. As I say, nobody leaves me voicemail messages, so I've no idea. Your call log, your phone call log will now show if somebody has left you a voice message. Again, as you can probably see here, nobody leaves me voice messages. Nobody leaves me any voice messages. So we'll get that in front. Oh, you can go away. But the call log will show you if somebody has left you a message. Right, thank you. Oh, don't keep doing that. Anyway, can you see my phone or not? It keeps vanishing at this end.
Yep.
All right, okay, you can still see my phone. I can't see it. It keeps disappearing. Okay. The contacts app now. Now, see, mine's gone all wonky. Right. Yeah, okay. Right. Anyway, so I'll go in there. Let's see. Have I got anybody? I don't know anybody who's got a contact card. I don't see. But let me see. Let's pick somebody random. There you go. If they've done a flashy face, emoji or sticker or other contact poster, that's what it's looked like. That's the default. It now replaces the sort of little emoji or whatever they used to have at the top. If you have a dual SIM, you can now have different ringtones for different SIMs, so you know whether it's work or home calling you. Surprised I haven't done that before, to be honest. And you can sort messages by which SIM sent them in. So there we are. Autocorrect. The big thing Apple were touting here is a new transformer language model, which is supposedly better at predicting what you require. I've been on the beta for a while and it actually seems to be pretty good. I'll say that for it. It does learn over time your phrases and your kind of general terminology, and it will pick up words you use, so it gets better at predicting. No longer as aggressive at trying to correct you. So no more ducking problems there. It's easier to spot auto corrections. So if I go into, let's go to messages, and yet again, poor old Mark getting bombarded with all my junk. But if I start typing here, if I go typing a it's made a guess, not as good as it should have been. Let's see if I can make a deliberate. It's going to refuse to pick me out now, isn't it? Okay. See if I can. No, it's supposed to be able to detect those, but it's not doing very well. It is pretty good at spelling and typing. This. There you go. As you can see, it now predicts words, and you simply tap either the word or space to carry on. And I don't know if you noticed, but it's made an auto correction there, and there is a blue line. And if I type that, tap that, you can see that it will offer me to revert to what I actually typed, which is quite good when you're typing people's names. It's also quite good when, I'm glad to say, the auto correct has now stopped trying to put Thai, as in the land of Thailand, every time I type this, much to my relief, I have to say. It's supposed to be able to suggest changes, and I've said here it's actually pretty good. On the whole, it can detect problems, to all the various different spellings of twos, or they, or there, and such like, and it's usually pretty good. Short messages are probably not its best bet, but if you're typing a longer document, it's pretty good at picking up stupid grammar mistakes. Dictation has improved similarly. Let me see if I can do that again. We want messages. Poor old Mark. Let's do. This message has been dictated, and due to the new transformer model, is much better at not making a cock up. There we go. Good. You can also use the dictation mode with the keyboard. So if I now start typing, until I start talking again. There we go. So that's actually quite clever. And that's enough of that one. Right. Stickers, as we said, now live on the emoji keyboard, and that works everywhere that you could previously use emojis.
So pleased.
Yes, I know. We're all absolutely fantastically amazed by that, aren't we? We really are.
Simon, it's just gone 9 o'clock, so I don't
Right,
think we've
yeah,
got much left.
we'll try and rattle along. To be honest, I've got a load of slides about what's in the other OSs, but to be honest, 99% of it is what's in iOS. Health app now has some design changes. Apparently, they improve clarity and interest. I guess it looks a little bit fresher. It is slightly easier to look at some of the modules. Finally available on the iPad for those of you who wish to look at your health data on the iPad. I don't know why it wasn't there before and never made any sense to me. Obviously, the iPad itself doesn't have any health monitoring, but it's nice to be able to look at all your stuff on a bigger screen. There's a new mood tracking option, which lives in here. And look at all my details. Here we are, state of mind. And basically you can turn this on and you can log things. How do you feel right now? How do you feel overall today? How do I feel? Slightly pleasant. Next. Oh boy, what makes me feel pleasant? I'm satisfied. Next. Work made me feel good because I didn't have to do any. There we are. That allows you to keep a log of day by day or more than once a day, which if you wish to track your feelings. There are some mental health questionnaires which are supposed to help you check if you're suffering from depression or anxiety. And I've looked at those and they're so basic. They're like, do you feel terrible? You might be depressed. So I wouldn't worry too much about those. New eye health features include screen distance and the time in daylight, which appear to be mostly for children, I admit. Apparently, obviously, screen distance tries to tell you that you're holding the screen too close to your face, something children are prone to. And the time in daylight, doctors apparently say that children who spend less and don't spend enough time in outside daylight may have a higher risk of suffering myopia. To be honest, my immediate thought was the best use of time in daylight is make sure you don't get overexposed to sunlight and risk getting melanoma. But there we go. And your medication alerts, if you use those, will now have the option of reminding you 30 minutes after you're supposed to take them if you don't log that you have done so. Nanny, 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 did you take your pills? Photos can do pet recognition. I used to do this with facial recognition for what it's worth. But apparently it's now better at finding cats and dogs. Visual lookup. I am going to show you this one because this is actually quite clever. I don't have a lot of photos of things at work, but I do have, for example, and this is quite an easy one, I admit, but you go into your photos and you open a photograph, and I had one here. Right, here we go. Here's some conkers, and you'll see at the bottom there's a little eye with a star on it. It believes it's food, and it says substitutes for chestnuts or oven roasted chestnuts. Pretty close. They're actually conkers, but you know, can't win them all, can you? Go back. I've got some here. Right. Okay. It can do plants. What does it think this is? This is a plant. See the little leaf, and it's a pendiculate oak. Apparently, I've no idea if it's actually a pendiculate oak or just an ordinary oak. But there you go. It's useful. I have actually used it to look up various wildflowers, and it seems to be quite good at that. It can do things with food. I'm going to give it an easy one. I think I've got one up. Oh, here's my dog. All right. It says this is a dog. Look up this dog. Unfortunately, wrong. It's neither a multi-poo nor a schnoodle. It's a cavapoo, but they all look the same, I'll be honest. One tap crop is good. We go to again, we'll go to photos. Let's we're done with that one. We'll go back. Let's get a picture. Oh, this is a picture of me getting covered in this is a picture of me getting covered in stuff at a festival. I can now do a crop, and it's now cropped that photograph. No need to go into settings and so on. Camera. Oh, the cancel and done buttons have moved to the top. The camera now has a live level. If I turn my phone, can you see that? I don't know. Can you see the yellow line?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, as well as the grid, you now have a little yellow, well, a level line, which goes yellow when it believes it's square. And if you use your phone to look at the QR reader, usefully, the link that appears in the little yellow bubble now appears at the bottom of the screen, not in the middle where you're and floating underneath the QR desperately, where you're desperately trying to chase it as you try and tap on it. Animated stickers from live photos. Yeah, we've talked about those too. No, I don't want don't want a new slide, do I? Fool.
Simon, the time is
Running out.
on.
Yeah,
we really should wrap.
Yep. Okay. I'll scurry through the rest then. Notes can be linked together. You can put PDFs and images inside notes. You can now open notes in Pages when you're done with them if you wish to tart them up. Reminders now has automatic sorting of your grocery list, although it's quite complicated to do. You can now add sections to reminders. It has a column view, which is quite nice. And you can have multiple reminders. Apple Music has some twiddly bits like song credits and animated artwork. AirPlay can now have, show you the devices closest to you first rather than a random selection. We're going to get AirDrop with continued transfer. That's coming later. Proximity sharing. Open a file, bring the unlocked phones together. Same with your contact cards. And then we go on to iPad OS, which I can assure is pretty much all the same. The main thing that's changed in iPad OS is it now lines up with the iPhone with interactive widgets on the home screen and the lock screen, and it gets some new flashy wallpapers, and Stage Manager has better window flexibility. New tools in freeform, I think that applies across all the apps. Mac and Sonoma, everything else. You get some new slow motion Apple TV style screensavers, a new login screen, interactive widgets on the desktop like this with blending technology, which actually means they're a little bit transparent. Oh, the screen sharing picker is quite important. That's now that's a system-wide menu bar option, which allows you to share screens as we've been doing. It's brand new, but it adds the option of screen sharing. It works